Hey guys, good to see you. Good to be back. Excited for another good episode.
Yeah, always trying to improve the content that we're bringing to you as New Year's resolution we said we would. Today, what we wanted to talk about rather, is something that we do a lot over here, but we've never really mentioned, and that's being a connector.
Being a connector is extremely important, guys. What he means by being a connector is helping out your network by introducing people that can benefit each other. I really like this topic. This is going to be a really quick episode that we're going to jump into, and really just share something that we really take to heart in our business over here. And I think a lot of it has to do with that idea of scarcity. A lot of people, I think, in business say their best contact, or their most high-profile network, or the guy in their network, he's like the man. It's a very common viewpoint to have, to be like, okay, he's like my, he's my connection. Like, I want to be careful with who I share it with, because I don't want him to be like their connection. Throw that out the door. Forget that. Do not ever think like that. Gone.
It's we always talk about networking. Obviously, we think that's a huge goal in China and worldwide.
Everywhere.
It's always huge to build your network, but we always haven't really mentioned. We build it to benefit ourselves, but when you can introduce contacts from your network to each other, that really builds like a really good positive reputation for you. And although you may not directly benefit from it, there's no, everybody says no one will do anything for each other unless they gain from it somehow. But you may not gain from it directly, and may not earn a percentage, earn some money from it, but the reputation and the legitimacy, the rise in your reputation, I guess, is something that you're getting directly from these people who can then vouch for you and say, oh, this guy, yeah, he's good. He's able to put us in touch. His quality of his contacts are really high, etc.
Yeah, it's 100% true. Another cool thing that comes out about it is that people will realize that you did that for them. Especially if it's a really good connection to help them out. You're helping them out in a huge way. That's probably a connection that they wouldn't have otherwise, other than you. And they'll remember that. They will always remember you, and that you were selfless enough to do that, and really help their business. So when it happens, it doesn't matter if it's 2 months, 5 months, 6 months, a year in the future, they're going to do the same for you. If they ever meet anyone that they think you should talk to, guess what? They're going to drop you a line and be like, hey guys, I met this guy, I think he'd be perfect for you guys. Okay.
That happens so often.
It
goes both ways, 100%.
That's 100%. And we were already thinking about doing this episode, and Ian from the Lifestyle Business Podcast did the exact same thing this week. He knew we were doing wine in China. He got connected to a really high winemaker back in the States, and he goes, hey, I bet Tim and those guys could probably use this connection. So he reached out, got on a phone call, introduced us, and it was simple as that. And I was saying, Nick, anytime obviously we're going to meet anyone over here that we could probably think would help them, that's what we're going to do, without a doubt. Because they had the thing, or they went the extra mile, and we're like, okay, we'll help these guys out.
Yeah, definitely. And then, we have a whole bunch of experiences doing that here, but more particularly to China, something we want to touch on is, if you're building that relationship where you can gain, and you're helping both their businesses, but it wouldn't have been there without you. In China, there's kind of like, I know in the States you have a non-circumvention where you have to sign the contracts and they won't go around you, etc. In China, what we've experienced is, if it's two mutual contacts from your network, and they also have, similar networks, some kind of connections here and there, then they won't really go around you, because there'll be too much loss of face for them, as in like, I guess company A went around us to company B, and now all these other companies that know each other kind of, oh, that's kind of shady, that's a bad business practice, and then they don't want to do business with the company A anymore. So it's kind of a way to, like, you're still protected, although, it's not like in the States we have to sign the contracts, etc., etc. We still do, but there's a lot less risk of them doing that here in China, because it'd reflect very poorly on them here in, like, the domestic market.
So you're talking about being a connector in the business sense.
Yeah, exactly.
So, to clear that up a little bit, he's talking about letting maybe our buyers meet the ones that we buy from. Okay? And a lot of times, a lot of people would really, really shy away from that. But over here, he's, with the Guangxi you built up, with that network that you've built, with what you've done for them previously, and they understand who you are, there's no way that they're going to go around us because that face is gone. They know we've helped them out in the past. Both sides understand that it's really mutually beneficial that they meet each other.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Both sides understand that they met each other because of you. There's such a big gap between America and China. That's such an understood fact. It's like, oh, well, these guys put the work in.
Mm-hmm.
They're helping us out. And so that really comes back again to that scarcity attitude, guys. If you ever have that, I love it when people are just like, I've got this idea. Can you sign this non-disclosure agreement? And then we'll talk about it. It's like, man, I'm not going to, if you're worried about, before you've even built your business, if you're worried about someone stealing it, that's the completely wrong attitude to have. You need to be focused on the things that actually matter. How you're going to sell your product. Do your customers actually want your product? If someone is willing to steal your product, it's a really good sign because someone else thinks it's a really good idea. So you're on the right track. But I mean, no one's going to know to even or have a chance to steal it if you sign a non-disclosure agreement. I think that's a really rookie kind of mistake.
Or it's like we're already focused on the business we're building that we build day in and day out.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, let's drop everything we're already building for this new idea that we have no idea about and focus all our energy on this and try and build this up. That just won't. If you're talking to another business owner or someone who's already established, it's not like, unless they're sitting around doing nothing for their business, they're not going to steal your idea because they love it so much. No, they're going to continue building theirs and hopefully help you out.
Yeah, well, the funny thing, any business owner knows that the idea, that's the smallest part. Great, you have an idea. Everything comes down to execution. You're going to execute it. If it's your idea, you should be able to execute it better than anyone else. So you just shouldn't be worrying about that. It's that whole idea of scarcity. I just love that. Before we talk and we sign this, it's like, okay. And it's that kind of thing where it's like, oh, before you talk to this guy, I don't really want you. Oh, I'm so worried that you're going to go around us. If that's the case, then you obviously don't understand, or maybe you're not providing enough value.
Yeah.
Because if they're just going to be like, oh, screw this guy, okay, then you got to really think, are we providing value here?
Yeah.
Okay. If you don't have to worry about it, and you're like, we know our value. They want to go around you. They're like, all right, good luck.
Yeah.
We know what we provide. If you think you're going to do that on your own, good luck. I'll see you in a few months.
Yeah, because you'll be right back where you started. That was just like Mike was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, to bring it all back, that's another thing with Mike even, where we toss him stuff, he tosses us stuff before, the guy who you just recently saw an interview with. But yeah, to wrap it all up, just being a connector within your network just really builds you up. And it's that whole favor for favor mentality. Mm-hmm. You truly helping each other out, helping other people out builds you such a high and positive reputation that then people will start seeking you out, and then on the back end return the favor whenever it's needed or whenever you least expect it, and that always turns into a good opportunity.
100%. Couldn't have said it better. I mean, it's fun.
Yeah,
it's fun helping people out. It's fun connecting. It's fun being those guys,
mm-hmm.
and people will look to you in the future.
Yeah,
they'll help you out. They'll build you up, and that's really, really fun as well. You're like, whoa, I got this great contact. I had no idea where it was coming from. Those guys are awesome. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
So guys, it's all lose the scarcity mentality. Free yourself up. Open yourself up. Let's grow together. Help the people around you grow. They will help you grow. That's the fastest way we can all grow together.
There it is. Connect, connect, connect. You'll be happy with what happens.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.